you give us an assessment this year, how you started out last year? No seniors, really, no veterans, a lot of young guys this year, kind of some experience that came with hard knocks.
Well, yeah, it's been a big difference going into this year from last year. Last year, obviously, about every position, we didn't have any experience at all. So, the biggest thing I see right now is just through 2 days, having pretty much everybody back and understanding what the system and executing plays. And just overall, in general, has been much better in execution so far.
Some of these younger players that you had last year, obviously, have you seen a lot of growth from these guys?
Yeah, you have. I mean, they spent a lot of time. We had a good off season. I think 2 things. One, they worked hard in the off season and gained a lot of weight and speed. And 2, just maturity-wise. They were 15, 16-year-old kids back then, so I think it was natural progression on their growth spurts and all that, along with hard work. A lot of them put on a good 15, 20 pounds last week. Weight like that, so you can tell quite a bit of difference physically than where most of them last year. Yeah, we're pretty optimistic. It's been a good group and they've worked hard. They know what they're doing now. They've been through the ropes, so to speak, right now, so hopefully they'll pay off. We'll find them pretty soon. So far, we've had a pretty good camp.
How important is it for some of your seniors to sort of step in as like an assistant coach and coach on some of these guys while they're out there on the field?
Well, that's always nice. It really does. Your success rate's usually based on your senior class a lot of times. So this has been a good group, and with them having a year experience and starting for a whole season, but they're providing the leadership that we need and experience playing wise and just knowing the assignments. But they've been real helpful to our own young guys. Getting everybody on the same page. And so far, so good.
They all seem a little bit extra motivated based on last year's season. Some of them almost to the point where they're angry last year. Was that the case that motivated them a little bit more?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, everybody was disappointed with the outcome because ultimately, every year, really the goal right now is pretty simple. We want to make the playoffs. And obviously, we didn't get that done. But with the 3-7 record, to be proud of either. But overall, it wasn't from a lack of effort. I think there were a lot of circumstances that made it that way. But I can see it in their eyes. They want to be good, and they take a lot of pride in what we got in the traditions built around here. So, this is a pivotal year. There's no doubt about it. We've talked about that. I've talked to them a lot about that. Had a good talk with them one day about it. Just how vital this season is to get back on track. To where what's been built, you can see all the things going on around here. That just kind of adds to it too. It's a special place to all of us and to those kids. It means a lot to them. So I can tell they're pretty motivated. But we can talk all about it all we want, which until you get out there and you prove it, and establish yourself. They got to make a name for their own selves. That we can't rely on what's been done in the past to be successful. They got to get out there and get the job done. So far, I feel like they can do that. It won't be easy. Every game on the schedule is going to be a pretty tough battle, but if they stay together and do their job, then they should be okay. Yeah, well, I think same things. I think Tristan's matured a lot from last year, and he had to. You go and play all the your 10 games or whatever, you're going to learn quite a bit. But I've been real happy with Tristan. He's one of the standouts to me during camp. He's taking care of the football, and he knows progressions and routes or running the offense, just the little things you look for in a quarterback. And Tristan's always been a good athlete. Last year he had his ups and downs. He made a lot of good plays and then not so good. But in a lot of ways he didn't have a whole lot of help around him at times either for protection whatever you say. But much improved. I've been real happy with his leadership and the quality of play so far.
Talking with him, you're just talking about his protection. He says he feels pretty confident this year's line. It's going to give him a little bit more, with the running game, and not have to worry about just so much of the passing game.
Right. Well, and that should give him some confidence, because so far, like I said, I know we got 3 returning linemen that have started, and they're all 3 pretty good. And then we've got a handful that are, fighting for a couple of positions on the line, but they're all, at least we got enough talent to where guys should be able to, we're waiting for a couple of them to really step up, separate themselves from some other guys. But he's right, he should feel better about that just because, again, those guys have, gotten stronger and know what they're doing a little bit better now, and just overall, the line, should be pretty good. Hopefully, if I get a couple of them here or there step up. So.
What about the backfield? You've got Cox quarterback, Isaac's backup. What about your backfield for down play?
You got Palladino and Price should be halfbacks, and Young, Bodmer be your fullbacks. Bodmer will play a little bit of halfback out of the T also, and then some younger guys backing them up. But those will be your main guys, probably carrying the ball, and then the rest, Bookie, Rowe, Bohm, Isaac, some of those younger guys learning the system, but they're also capable. You'll have 4 or 5 there in the mix in the backfield.
How we approach this year? Is this going to take advantage more of the running game, or are you going to spread it, or what are you going to do?
Well, it'll all be based on personnel. Even when I took the job over 2 years ago, my philosophy has always been, I'm not getting away from T or smash mouth football. I still believe in that, and try to hold true to it. It was just based on personnel. A lot of it's just the line of scrimmage. If you can establish a line of scrimmage, there's not much better, goes along with it than the T running game. But this year, I do think we ought to be pretty good out of the tee and be able to run the ball. I think obviously, Palladino, I think can be a special kid in the backfield. If we can get him some room, some seams, and he can show you what he can do. And then we got 2 pretty good hammerhead fullbacks in there that kind of fit the scheme. We got some size up front, and you got 2 pretty good tight ends that fit it as well. So, like I said, we'll find out a little bit more. But going into it, I feel like there's no secret. I feel like we should be able to run the ball. And then, but like I said, Tristan's capable to throw the ball, and I think Tristan's going to be a pretty good way to get around and throw. And I think he has a better understanding of what he's doing now, so I think he's going to be able to run it and throw it at the same time. And we got some guys that hopefully be able to catch it.
Who's the tight end?
Campbell and Bowling, the 2 returning starters. Yeah, and Weber. He'll be 3rd one in the mix.
Last year he transferred, but now with all losses under his belt and now with his schedule, not being excited.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I think he's he'll be a junior, but D'Angelo's a pretty talented kid, pretty gifted naturally, but he's one of those in those boats that he's gaining good 15, 20 pounds and get strong. So, hopefully that'll benefit him. He's still got speed and quickness. So, but yeah, he's ready to go. He's anxious to show everybody what he can do and put everything together. But he's the one who's got a little bit of natural talent. There's no doubt about it.
Who do you think will be some of your key offensive
linemen?
Yeah.
Sherman, be a senior. Sherman's been a good leader for us up front, but Sherman's a 3-year starter. But Sherman's had a good camp. He'll have a good year. I really expect him to. And then Webb and Sands started all year last year for us, and they got good experience. And Tyler's really getting grown. I'm not sure exactly, but Tyler's probably put on a good 40 pounds or so just for his freshman and sophomore year, getting stronger. So, he's got some size to him, and Sam's a pretty good technician and strength in the center. So those 3 are, going to be the mainstays at line returning. And then, right now competing for the other 2 spots, you got Hankins, Robinson, Artis, Kleiber, and some of the McKnight. So you got a handful of guys there that are doing a nice job. Nobody's really standing out yet, but it's a good problem to have so far, to where at least we have a little bit of depth. It's not just a freshman or sophomore like we did last year filling in holes. You got some upperclassmen that at least competing for the job, and they're all doing a pretty good job so far. And we'll just have to settle on. Got a couple more weeks before we have to really settle on who we're going to start there, but got a little bit of depth that should help us overall. Yeah, well, real similar to the offensively. I mean, you got a lot of returning starters. I think, up front, I think your front seven, look pretty good. Pretty much everybody there is a returning starter. Your two linebackers, your two ends, most of your tackles, those guys have all played in return. So, and they look better so far. They know the scheme. Again, just maturing, knowing what the heck's going on out there helps out quite a bit. But, up front, I think we should hold our own, and then secondary's coming on. We got 3 of those guys returning as well, so have a better understanding. And we got some decent athletes back there. That's what when we break down, talking to the staff and depth charts and those sort of things, to where right now I feel like you got 8 or 9 DBs that are at least athletic enough to get the job done. That doesn't mean they're ready, but you at least have some bodies, throwing the young kids in there as well. You at least have decent depth at the DB position. So, hopefully, if they step up, defend the pass and run at the same time, hopefully we'll have a pretty good defense this year.
Who you going to have up there? The ends play Boyd and Campbell?
Yeah. Defensively, you got Bowling, Campbell be your ends. And, tackle, probably Sherm. You got Webb, Hankins, Robinson. Nose guard, McKnight, Sands. But all those guys are pretty interchangeable. Riley, another one. You got pretty good depth there between nose guard and tackles, and then Campbell and Bowling probably be your starters at the end. And then Bodmer and Young be your linebackers. And then you're looking
behind them.
Secondary.
Depth
chart.
In case somebody's hurt.
Well, that's where we're a little bit thin, is your linebacker and ends on defensively. But who's been working at it a little bit of Weber, Rust, been playing a little bit, Kleiber, a little bit. So just kind of platooning there behind them. A little bit thin there, though. Then secondary, like I said, returning starters, you got Cox, Palladino, and Price, all returning starters. Doing a pretty good job. And then, you got, like I said, about 5 more that are kind of competing there. Crockel's a new one. He's a senior kid. Hasn't played much the last few years, but good athlete. He looks pretty good, like he may help us there. He has a chance to start. And then Bricky Scott, Isaac, Rowe, Weber. All those provide a little bit of depth here. Come around a little bit.
I'll prop his back door.
Secondary.
Who do you think will be the kicker?
What's that?
Who do you think will be the kicker?
Kelly. Yeah, that makes headlines there. Ironton may actually have a soccer-style kicker. So. But he's done a nice job. He came on real late last season, about the last game, but decided he wanted to play, and we talked about it, and I let him come out. But he's a lot more consistent than he was last year, getting a feel for it. He's always had pretty good legs, so, optimistic on him that he looks pretty good and got a little bit of pop. Hopefully, he's consistent. In live action, I think that's what he needs. He's never actually done much of it in live action, so he'll need some experience there. But yeah, he should be able to help us.
Cox punt again.
Yeah, Cox or Kelly. They're kind of doing it out right now. The punter. But Kelly can kick extra points and do a little bit of punting too. So.
Get Cox off the field.
Yeah, it might be your only opportunity.
Palladino going to handle kick returns?
I don't know yet. I haven't got special teams exactly, but we'll play that by ear. You know, I feel like we need him. The answer would be yes. You know, I feel like we don't. We'll try to give him a blow here and there. But yeah, I'm sure you'll see him back here at some point. Or all of it. Just don't know yet on that one. See how we're doing. But overall, pretty happy with him so far. You know, I know we got a lot to prove and get back on track here. Guys are doing a nice job, but you know they know what's at stake. You know, not just for me or them or you know individual wise. You know, just for the program. That's what I'm trying to preach to them, and I know they're buying into that because they believe in it. Just you know, we need to get back on track and winning, and it's going to be a lot of hard work. And, you know, some fortune here and there, just but the schedule's going to be awful tough, you know, week in and week out. You know, no different. But I feel like, you know, we can compete and win all of them on schedule, and if you don't play well and turnovers and sloppy, you can lose just about all of them on schedule. So, you know, we got our work cut out for them, but they know what's at stake.
Biggest surprise this preseason?
Not many of them. That's kind of a tough one just because you know what you're getting, you know, with so many returning starters. You know, so everybody's pretty much played out and improved what they need to have to improve. Pretty happy with all those guys. But I'd say if you had to pick one, I'd say Cockrell right now, you know, because he never played, you know, high school ball. So. He's been a nice addition so far. You know, athletic, playing a little bit of cornerback. He's helping with the halfback, so he's helping quite a bit. But other than that, no surprise.
Look out there and see
Yeah,
turf.
it's raining.
Just look out there. I mean, this time, and now you're playing on it. What's it
Yeah.
like?
Well, I think it's nice.
Yeah.
They've done a great job with it. You know, I think. You know, this is always a special place, but I think this has added to it a little bit. You know, and with the facilities, even just you know, they've done a lot of work, not just on the turf, but around the whole facility. You know, and really is a nice place. But no, I've been real happy with it. You know, as a coach-wise, it's very convenient to have your lines and numbers and your hashes, and you know, just alignments, offensively and defensively, just little things like that. You know, awful nice from a coaching standpoint. Kids have been real happy with it. But it's different.
We've had soccer.
Long time.
Price, Shelton, Cooper.
I thought Cooper was our last one.
And Shelton was.
Shelton.
He was like 95.
I was going to say, it's been a while.
Yeah. That wasn't bad at kicking.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Remember we had Bryce and A.J. Edwards, held both of them to kick it off to the end zone. Now we got that apparently squid with it.
Yeah. Is that it?